Shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well, that teach well, while learning truth, 100% according to the Bible. Also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, the prophets, the servants scattered abroad the four corners of the earth, and shalom to the Akwaf, which are the sisters that are sincere in your children, shalom. And this is just another video, another update on things that is occurring in the world, world news, things of that nature. This video is from one day ago, but the title says, Disturbing Reports Leak. The U.S. is starting 15-minute cities. Get ready, right? And this is what the men of the Lord have been warning you people about for years, man, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Apostle Tahar, and the men on down, man. Been warning people of these 15-minute cities, these smart cities, and all of these things are going to go into bringing in ultimately this new beast system, man, where everybody's going to be hooked up to this grid. And the currency that's going to be leading in this new system is going to be the MOTB, man. That's what's coming. That's what they're preparing everybody for, man, right? So before I get into this video, I'm going to get this precept, right? But that's what they're doing, man. It tells you in 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan, meaning our adversary, Esau, even the so-called white man, which is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, lest he gets an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man, meaning his schemes, his tricks, all of the ways in which it is that he comes to try to manipulate and to get over, right? You know, the men of the Lord have warned you people of these things coming, man, right? And there's going to be 15-minute cities, man, where they're going to track and keep tabs of you and what it is you're doing and stuff of that nature. Because, like I said, all of this is going into this devil's new world order. And that's ultimately what's coming, right? This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. And it says, for the vision, meaning the prophecies, right? 15-minute cities, the beast system, all of that is part of prophecy, man. You know, and it will happen. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So these things are not tarrying anymore, man, to where you got average everyday people that are not even in the truth seeing these things coming. So you know that we're living in these times, man. The vision is not tarrying anymore. These prophecies are making themselves manifest to even the people in the world, you know, are starting to see these things and starting to get aware. So you know things is about to hit the fan soon to come, right? But I'm going to get into this video so we basically can hear what it is that he's saying, you know. But yeah, this is what's coming, man. You know, 15-minute cities, martial law, everybody being controlled, chipped up, you know, all of the, that's what this new system is, man. That's what that man DJT is talking about, you know, when he say make America great again. That's his definition of making this place great. You know, as that guy Klaus Schwab said at the WEF, you will own nothing and be happy, because that's ultimately what they're trying to do to all you people, man. You know, trying to chip you up, make you digital slaves to their system, and to own you and control you, man. You know, and the only people that are not going to fall victim to these things are the Lord's elect, because it tells you that the Lord's elect cannot be deceived, man. Right? Roughly paraphrasing it. So the elect are not going to fall victim to this system, man, are not going to believe in the lies that this devil is coming with, because it tells you that his words are smoother than butter, man. And I'm going to go to that precept, because that's what this devil's going to do to a lot of these people. That's why they're going to be so eager to join this new society, because he's going to present it to them in a way that is going to seem so nice, so real. It's going to seem like it's the best thing you could ever want, you know, and a lot of people is going to believe that madness, man, right? And it's ultimately going to be to their detriment, man, to their downfall, to their destruction, right? So I'm going to get that precept. Bear with me. This is Psalms chapter 51. Psalms 55 and verse 21, KJV. It said, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. That's talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the wicked that's in rulership right now. His words, the things that he's saying, you know, he's going to make this system sound good to the people on the outside looking in. You're going to be like, oh, man, that does sound nice. You know, we can be able to swipe your hand with the chip in it, you know, and it's going to sound like the best thing in the world at that time. And that's how he's going to present it to people, right? But it's ultimately, and I'm going to finish reading. It said, but war was in his heart, because ultimately, though he's, you know, going to present this thing into a lot of people as something that they want or something that they need and stuff of that nature, is ultimately going to be for their destruction, because ultimately Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to destroy anybody that takes this MOTB, anybody that, you know, and that's talking about the 2/3 of his people as well as you heathen nations. Anybody that takes that chip, man, you're gonna perish in this place, Babylon, the Great America, you know. It said his words were softer than oil, yet they were drawing swords. And this devil speaks with a forked tongue, man. So like I said, he's going to try to make things appear as though it's something that you need. It's going to be something that you can't live without. And that's ultimately why a lot of people are going to take that MOTB. And I'm going to go to that precept, Revelation 13 and 16. Because ultimately, a lot of people are not going to want to not buy and sell. You know, that's what these people love to do, man. You know, they love to buy, they love to sell, they love to go out and do certain things of that nature. So you know that when all of these things get taken away from them and this new system is implemented, that people are going to lose their minds. So the only thing they're going to be able to do to, you know, get into this new society, they're going to have to take that chip. So what you think what these people are going to do? They're going to take that chip, man. You know, this is Revelation 13 and 16. And it says, and he, right, that he meaning the elite banking families, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, all of these different people that are in control of this chip, ultimately that's going to implement this new system. And ultimately we know it's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua that's doing it, but he's going to use Esau Edom on the left-hand side to bring in the Lord's will, which is to allow those that are the undesirables or the people that are not of the Lord's elect to take this chip, ultimately so the Lord can destroy them. But it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, right? And that word mark in the Greek goes into charagma, which he's going to take an implantable device and pierce it under your skin, either in your right hand, left hand, right, which is your power arm, because you're going to have people that are going to take it in their right hand, being that they're right-handed, and you're going to have people taking it in their left hand as well, because they may be left-handed, and in their foreheads. And this is the main reason why people is ultimately going to take it, because they won't be able to, you know, thrive or to, you know, be successful in this new society that's coming unless they take it. That's why a lot of people is going to bow down and take that shit, man. And this is verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, right? That alone is going to make a lot of people take it, because these people ain't going to be ain't going to want to, you know, go without not buying and selling and going without, you know, getting certain things that they're used to doing now. You know, only the elect are going to endure these hard times and not going to take this chip, man, and not going to be a part of these 15-minute cities and all of these agendas that this devil has planned. But all of these people that are in the world, man, they're going to take this chip, man, you know. And it says, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? So that's what's coming, brothers and sisters. That's what all of these 15-minute cities is setting up, ultimately to bring in that MOTB C-HIP, man, right? Which is what the Lord calls in the Bible the hour of temptation. That time is coming soon, man. We stepping into that time period, right? So I'm gonna get into this video just so we can hear what the guy's saying, right? Bear with me. All right, we're gonna get into this video, but I want to say fair use under 1976 Copyright Act. I'm not getting paid for this video. This is only for educational purposes only. So with that being said, I'm gonna say fair use.
In an AI world versus the opposite of AI living in the human world. Listen to this. WorldCoin's crew is the one who launched the Orbit Mini, a portable device that scans your eyeball and spits out blockchain ID to prove that you are a human and tells everything about you through this orb. Built by tools of humanity, yes, the same folks behind the original orb, this thing looks like a phone, but is this purely to verify that you are a real human and not AI? With 12 million people already scanned worldwide, they are rolling this into U.S. cities like
Austin. And that's ultimately what they're trying to do, man. As you hear what he's talking about, they're trying to merge humans, Salakia. They're trying to merge humans with technology, man. Transhumanism, that's what these people are trying to do. And that's ultimately what they're going to do when they implement that MOTB C-HIP. They're going to be merging machine with humans, man. And that's what this devil's, you know, design is ultimately to do. That's his plan, right?
And Miami, where this creepier, clever biometric IDs and digital footprints are becoming the norm. And I hope you're ready for it. Did you hear 12 million people have already bought into this, and then U.S. cities like Austin, Miami are already taking this in, so then they can scan you to get you in and out of places? Doesn't that sound like 15-minute cities?
So you basically already got 12 million people that are already ready to get chipped, basically. You know, these people in this society are through, man. You know.
Doesn't that sound exactly what Saudi Arabia has done with this new city they're building? Doesn't that sound just what China is doing to get in and out of neighborhoods? This is all one big rollout, and you just don't even know it. People are just taking it hook, line, and sinker. Two more stories I want to bring up, and this one's almost like we're living in Jurassic.
And like I said, ultimately, the Lord is going to allow these things to take place, of course, because this is all leading up to biblical prophecy. So we know these 15-minute cities will be established, and ultimately the MOTB C-HIP will be made mandatory in this digital society that they're coming with, right? So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say in today's video. Just something quick through the spirit. Lord's willing, it can be edifying to you brothers and sisters that come across it. To the next time, say shalom.